Venn. This is Monty Weiniger.
My name's Scott.
Rao.
Yeah, it's me.
So we're here making a video for you because we hear you're turning 40.
You're old.
Yeah, so I'm already 40, as you can see.
He's wiser.
Yes, even though Scott has more gray hair. But, yes, I am 40. Scott won't be 40 till August, so we can make fun of him later. But anyway, we're just wishing you a happy birthday. And seeing how it is your 40th, we thought maybe we would talk about some of the past experiences that we have had together as friends.
That we remember so fondly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, first thing that always comes to mind is the guitar playing. So we'll just kind of get that out there already, along with singing, because I'm sure everyone says, "Oh, man, you play the guitar so well, you're so great." So we just want to say thank you for that, especially during our college years, because we really enjoyed you playing the guitar and singing, because it was like a big chick magnet. So, you know, you'd come out and play, and we would just kind of, you know, work the crowd, work the ladies. So we really appreciate all those fun nights that we had that we won't tell anybody about.
Well, it was nice too, because then we didn't have to learn the guitar ourselves, right?
Yeah, we didn't have to have any talent
there.
Any talent at all.
That's the only reason you came with us, is so that you could bring your guitar, and then so it actually worked out for everybody.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice.
So, in my memory, that's Monty's, because that helped him get the girls that weren't normally there. But my memory of you, I actually have two of them, so I'll sort of filter it in. But obviously, and you already know what I'm going to say about this one, is we were there at a seminary fireside. I think it was actually our senior testimony meeting, and anybody was there. I mean, everybody, all eyes on Venn. And he walked up to the pulpit and did his Howard W. Hunter impersonation, and
beautiful,
literally just fell over. And it was hilarious, Venn, but not for the reason, obviously, that you intended. It was hilarious because Monty and I really couldn't find a single person that was laughing.
A lot of crickets. So it's kind of quiet, but that was okay. We thought we were laughing inside.
That's right.
Really hard.
We wanted to burst out and
just
give you all that you deserved. But.
So that was good. You know, we had a lot of fun times playing basketball. That was good. We played a lot of basketball in college. That was
and didn't
fun.
you have like a Cheshire grin friend named Matt that always used to grin right before he went to the hole?
Something like that. I
yeah,
can't
that
remember.
was okay. We'll save that for Matt's video. Okay,
yes,
yeah.
but we always
we
always seem to show up in the Taurus. So we remember the Taurus with the pinstripe painting that I think just kind of came from the speed of the Taurus. That slowly was coming off the top, but a lot of good times in the Taurus. That was the El Toro, or whatever we called it.
Yeah. Well, and I remember too when we played basketball. It was either like right after I did a crossover and you sort of tripped over yourself, or maybe it was when I sort of elevated and dunked over you. But there'd always be like this really long projected thing that came out of your hand. And I don't know exactly. I can't remember which finger it was that you showed me, but it was really long. And you always used to tell me I was number one. And so, I always remember that. That was actually really a fun memory of you.
Yeah, that was nice.
Sweet.
Seemed like we had that a lot. We were always number one.
We were always number one. Hopefully your kids aren't watching this.
Yeah,
okay.
So we'll edit that. We'll edit that later. We're just going to do one take, actually, and we'll see if... so we apologize if there's stuff in here that shouldn't be. Any other memories that we have in the dorms?
You said like math class. Was it high school?
Math class. We had calculus together. I sat in front of you. The one thing I remember is the high five that we had in math class. And I'm sure you can remember it too, but it was probably the best high five we've ever experienced. I remember the pain on the hand. Why? I remember that, and I guarantee you I know you remember it too. But
I just don't know.
Scott wasn't really there, but that was a
I have
good
no idea why that's on
high
our list,
five.
but that's what we'll share with you.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was great. I really enjoyed that. Maybe we could do that again.
Now,
When we
but one
see
thing
each other.
he didn't give us a high five for, remember? was our choice in companions. Remember that?
Yeah,
There wasn't quite the high five.
you weren't quite the matchmaker. The relationships or the love that he had for our spouses back in the day is.
What was it? Was it jealousy? It was. It's probably
maybe
because he
that's what it
wanted us
was.
for him.
Yes, he was.
He didn't want to sort of say goodbye.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. He
I
just
guess.
didn't want us to.
So, things are kind of working out for us on that side, but that's all right. It's going well.
4 kids each. We're doing all right there.
Yeah, 4 and 4. So
If we keep looking down, it's not because there's a list in front of us
no,
at all.
not at all.
So just just bear with us.
Running out of things to say. No, we're not. We have actually. It's like almost 2 pages long.
Yeah.
We've got so much to talk about, and I'm sure you're gonna watch this video over and over because you're feeling the love.
Now, Monty seems to think that you were his major, his education. Yeah, because I didn't remember this.
We thought it was botany, but we can't really verify that.
We know it didn't matter at all.
It didn't matter because you were just trying to get out of that undergrad and get on to your dentistry.
I don't even think you learned a thing about your undergrad.
Yeah, I don't think we had any plants in the apartment.
You definitely, there was no planting going on anywhere, so I'm calling bogus on
that was
the
okay.
botany. But trip to California, you got to mention that.
Yes.
Right?
We lived in California for a summer. That was good. I kind of found a soulmate at the same time, so I kind of left you behind. But luckily, Chad showed up to save the day, the Chad. So it was nice having him there. But those were some fun times down at the beach, getting pummeled by the waves. Too bad Scott wasn't there.
No, I wasn't there. I was involved in another issue that you and I were involved in, but we won't go into that.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I fixed this. So whoever Monty met there, actually worked out pretty nicely. So.
And Scott wanted to do a cheer for you. I just want to bring that up, that he had it all sketched out, a whole script and everything to do a cheer with pom-poms, but don't know why, but I vetoed that. We thought about it, but we decided not to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe at the end,
really has
maybe
appreciated that about me.
We'll let Scott,
only about me.
Scott do that for you someday. It's old. Not looking at the list again, but I do remember though, we were roommates, and not just the whole apartment, but we actually slept in the same room, but we slept in separate beds.
That's it says that. The book says that.
And they were actually bunk beds. So I, of course, slept on top because I was much lighter and thinner, and it seemed like I have a fond memory of sometimes you'd get a little gassy. And every night I would have this smell. I'd like, a couple times a night, just something would just ease up over my bed. And it was, I appreciate that for those fond smelling memories.
Because we never did that. Yeah, it was just you.
We were all clean and gas free.
Yeah, it's pretty sterile that way.
And part of that probably was because when we ate lunch, and this always made me mad, I'd have a sandwich with like chips, and you'd have a sandwich, but you'd have to have carrots and some celery. And then you'd go upstairs and do some sit-ups. And then we'd go play volleyball, and he'd be all cut and fancy, and we'd be all hairy. At least I was hairy.
I don't know. He wasn't all that cut.
So he looked like a stork.
Anemic.
With some little arms sticking out of his body.
He's the human stick figure.
So, and since we're talking about bodies, you are getting a little older. Things do get a little thinner on the top. Maybe Scott needs to step out. Maybe Scott can leave.
We can have
a little bonding. We can talk about it separate, and sometimes maybe it's just better to just get rid of all of it. It's just kind of speed up Mother Nature. You feel better about yourself when you do that, because if you feel like people sometimes will ask you like, why do you shave your head? Because I want to, not because I'm bald. Has nothing to do with it.
Hey, I just thought of something. Venn, do you remember?
That's a first.
Yeah, I know. This is kind of scary. Do you remember what this is?
Oh.
You remember what that is, Venn? This was lunch. Every day in the cafeteria, we had Jell-O slurping contests. You remember this? And every little piece of Jell-O came very nicely cut in a nice little bowl. And you and I and Monty and Ian and Matt would all sit there, and you'd loosen the Jell-O from the sides and then let it fly. And you catch it every single time, and
every day.
that was something that we just never tired of. So when we meet again, we will have a Jello slurping fest.
And we could eat CFS. CFS and Jello.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And I'll shave my head so I can fit in with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Should we
was
go to
good.
positive?
Do we have any positive? Is there positive?
Where do
different
we leave
list?
our post-it of positives?
Let's see here.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But no, we
Well, while Monty looks for something too positive to say, I will actually share that you've always been a great example. And although we had a great amount of fun in high school and college, and knowing quite a bit of each other, you always were somebody that I could look up to and would keep me from falling completely off the deep end. And so I really appreciated all that you shared with me in my life, and being the good friend that you were to me for many, many years.
Yeah, way to go. And I guess ditto to that. But the one thing I do remember, Venn, is you seem to always bring things back into perspective, and kind of brought a religious aspect to the things that we did. And I remember a lot of long talks that we'd have at night, of course about girls and stuff like that, but we'd talk about religion and things, and I remember those talks. And so we do really appreciate all you've done. But no, we do. Ben, you've been a great friend. Hopefully this 40th birthday has been one that you remember. It's a big milestone. I did have mine. I was a little worried about having a party or whatever. Kind of scared me. I didn't think anyone was going to come. I told Kenny that I don't know what to do, but it's a big thing. And if you're going through any problems or stress, or feel free to give us a call. We can give you some counseling. But anyway, you're a good guy. We wish we actually kept in better touch, and we should probably head up to your place and have a party. So feel free to invite us, and we'll be glad to come up there.
Yeah, but he just called me for the second time since we moved down here just to come over for this. So
Yeah.
we live 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away, and we don't see each other very much.
Yeah, so it's okay.
We're not left out.
We don't see each other anyway.
No, exactly.
So, but anyway, have a happy birthday,
HB.
and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, bye then.